Hey family, how y'all doing? Good to see everybody in here. Now, we got to give you something real powerful. And something very groundbreaking. Now, as we know, the brother Sarnetta is obsessed with me. Obsessed. And he's not only making videos with music tracks about me, but he's actually making attempts to try to debunk my scholarship as if he can. And I'm going to show you exactly how the cookie crumbles on that. Now, the brother Sarnetta has did a video. He put up a video the other day and asserted that I was lying to the people concerning Merneptah and Ramses II. He said that I lied to the people and told them Merneptah and Ramses II were white men. He said they're not white men. He said these are black people. How did he prove that these are black people? I'm laughing because it is laughable. I'm going to show you. What you have and what you see before you is Sarnetta's proof that Ramses and Merneptah were not white men, but were black men. That's his proof. I said that's his proof. That's called the dirty glass, right? He's showing you chiseled reliefs of visibly African men, right? With the phenotype of Africans, right? But I want to point out a strange, disingenuous anomaly that goes on in Egypt and even with your modern Kemet teachers. Those things that they chiseled on the walls, in 99.9% of the cases, looked nothing like the person that the relief is supposed to depict. The statue looks nothing like the entity that it's supposed to be depicting. Hell, I'll show you. Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great was dubbed Sa-Re by the oracle in Egypt and by the Kemet priesthood. And we definitely know that Alexander the Great was not an African, but was most definitely a white man. Most definitely. But let's look at how Alexander, during his conquering of Kemet and being crowned the son of Amun, the son of Re, let's look at how the ancient Kemet priesthood depicted him on a relief. Here we have Sa-Re, Alexander. Now, I want to say to you that Alexander on that relief definitely looks like a black individual, has the phenotype of a black man. But we know that ain't what Alexander looked like. Why am I saying this? Because I want to show you a much more sinister, wicked area of pseudo-scholarship and disingenuous nature from Sarnetta and the people that gave him this bad rebuttal. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Now, again, in question is Merneptah and Ramses II. On your left is Ramses II, his depiction from Sarnetta. On the right is the actual mummy of Ramses II that I show the people. I don't show fake chiseled reliefs that don't look nothing like who we're actually talking about, right? That would be pseudo. just as pseudo as them chiseling all of these fake images on the walls that's supposed to depict specific entities, but they look nothing like the real entity. Even in their genetics, they don't match. Alexander. But here we have Ramses II with a extreme hook nose. Extreme hook nose. And we have Ramses II with stringy, dog-like blonde hair. I say blonde hair. Now, I want y'all to take a trip through Africa and you find for me any natural stringy dog-like black hair that comes from African genetics, E1B1 or any of the tentacles and many types that come from that particular strand of DNA. You have stringy, blonde-haired, hook-nosed Africans? I didn't think so. How about Merneptah? So I know they said Merneptah, this is a black man, y'all. Look at his relief. But I say look at Merneptah's actual phenotype and his actual mummy. Look at it. That, for all intents and purposes, phenotype and his genetics do not match any natural African-born native tribe. And I want to also tell you to have other videos where we go through the DNA of not only the Western European pharaohs, Western European DNA in your Egypt pharaohs, but we found all kinds of Turkish DNA, and all types of mixes between the two, and others. Yes, Arab pharaohs, all types of pharaohs. So what is my point? My point is, never listen to Sa-Neter. Sa-Neter don't know a goddamn thing about anything. Also, never listen to these modern Kemet pseudo-scholars because they have over-invested in their credibility and their belief in this stuff. And when they find the truth, when they find out the truth, they never tell it, never accept it, and will do any and everything to cover it up. Now, why would this brother come out here and call me a liar, call me a pseudo-scholar, when he has never found me to be wrong about anything, not any one thing, especially the Bible, but most specifically Egypt? Merneptah is a white man, silly. Alexander was a white man, silly. Ramses II was a white man, silly. And the only black part about Ramses II lineage is the black women that he married. Real talk. Believe that. Now, if Ramses II was a white man, then that would mean that Ramses II's lineage definitely can't be what you are in America, you black man. You, Sa-Neter. You think you got the same DNA as Ramses II? You think you got the same DNA as Merneptah? I tell you what, I'm gonna end this post with a challenge. I have Merneptah and Ramses II genetic layout. I have their DNA. And we've also talked about it on my channel. It's on the channel, silly. But being that I have the DNA and you actually posted your DNA like a clown, letting those people from those ancestry things scam you, I want you to compare your genetics, your DNA markers, to Merneptah, to Ramses II, and to Alexander. And I want you to tell me that you're related to Ramses II or any of the beings from Ramses II all the way to Merneptah. And from Merneptah to you silly niggas in America today. Tell me, prove to me you got the same DNA. I bet you can't. I bet you can't prove you got the same phenotype. I bet you can't. And I bet you can't even debunk the mummy's actual picture. Look at that, man. You should feel bad, man, telling your people that lie. You're desperate. And you're willing to lie, and you're willing to defraud the people, and willing to have them believe in any and everything. But what I'm going to do, what I do all the time, just come right behind you and lift your skirt up and tell the people, look at this Negro here selling you all this snake oil. So now, boss back in your court, tell the people why you chose to lie to them like that. And tell me why you think you could ever approach me in scholarship, stupid.